It isn't unusual to hear about plastic surgery in South Korea. In fact, a huge chunk of the female population there does go under the knife. Just to give you an idea, about 1 in every 77 people in South Korea gets plastic surgery. And if you look at Seoul specifically, about 20% of the women there have had something changed about them. The most common procedure that they have is the eyelid surgery, which makes their eyes appear larger, and it also gives them a crease. Now, there are some people that think that this is terrible because they are trying to follow Western standards of beauty. I don't necessarily agree with that, but I want to give our panelists the opportunity to share what they think. So, Andy, what's your point?
I think that the women have chosen to do this. Nobody was forcing them to go under the knife. If it's their prerogative, it's their business, and they absolutely have the right to make whatever changes they want to do. If they want to get a haircut, if they want to get braces, or you know, get a tuck.
Mm-hmm. Jen?
So here's the thing. I've read a lot about this, and I've searched bloggers and their opinions of it in America, and a lot of authors of articles about this subject are saying, well, you know, someday when it comes my time, I'll probably have a little nip or tuck, but these South Koreans have gone too far. Mm-hmm. Why is it any of your business who's gone too far or not too far with plastic surgery, and at what point did the needle move from where we used to say a nip or tuck was something you didn't admit you had or you were quiet about to suddenly, well, that's okay, but if you're doing what the South Koreans do, now you've gone too far.
Right. So, now they would make that argument because all of a sudden some hospitals are giving their clients identification verification indicating that they are who they say they are because they go through so much plastic surgery that they completely change the way they look. Let's take a quick look at some of the images. So there's a before and after, and you know, she does look like a completely different person. Let's go to the next one. And we have one more. So the argument that I would make, this is my point, I think that if this is something that makes them feel comfortable, who are we to say that this is too much plastic surgery or this is too little plastic surgery? I think that as long as someone isn't out there harming others, do what makes you comfortable, do what makes you feel more confident in yourself. Right. And so now we go to the question, which I think is a pretty provocative one. Andy, I'll start with you. Would you ever consider getting plastic surgery?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that, you know, like, I'm going to be honest, at some point, I will not have the face of a 16-year-old anymore, and I still would like to meet people who look like they are 16. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was going to say, wow, shit just got real.
Yeah, no, so for the most part, you know, I will reach a point where, you know, it's life. You know, you get old, you get looking, you know, baggy and saggy, and if you want to do television, if you want to do any kind of thing where you're going to be in front of people, your image is a huge part of how you are able to connect with them, fortunately or unfortunately. So no, I don't have a problem with it.
Jen?
I have had plastic surgery. I had my boobs done 5 years ago. Having a breast augmentation was probably one of the best choices I ever made in my life. Before I got it done, I worried about what would people think. Is it going to hurt? Am I going to feel weird? You know, what are people going to say about me? And since doing it, honestly, I feel better about my body. I have no problems with the surgery. I'm completely happy about it. So yeah, and I don't, also the reason why I just admit it, because a lot of women would be like, oh, you know, not want to talk about it, is because who cares? Like, it was my personal choice, right, and it's made me happy. And getting back to the photos that you just showed of those South Korean women, if you look at the before and afters, those women are smiling in their afters, where in the beginning, especially the second photo you showed, but all of them look happier and smiling. They look miserable in their first pictures, like they can't wait to change something about them. So great, look how happy she is. Good for her.
I mean, I definitely agree that if it makes them happy and more confident, do what makes you happy and confident. And I should answer my own question. I mean, I've had plastic surgery, I've had a nose job, and it was something that I agonized about for a really long time. I was unhappy with it, or my natural nose when I was a teenager. And then I went into a stage of defiance where I was like, no, I'm going to accept my nose for what it is, and I love it, and I feel beautiful, even though deep down inside I hated it, and I was always super insecure. And then when I was 25, I'm like, why am I agonizing over this decision? I know it's going to make me happy. I know it's going to make me more confident. So I did it. I did a lot of research, went to a surgeon that I completely trusted. In fact, when I went to go see him, I was like, I want the tiniest nose with a little slope. And he's like, no. If you're going to get a nose job, you're going to do it my way. And thankfully, he was a really great doctor. And I've been happy with the decision ever since. So I think that living in a judgment-free zone is the way to go. Yeah. Allow people to do things that make them happy. If it doesn't impact your life, you have no place to judge. All right, so tell us what you think. Have you had plastic surgery? I'm really curious. What do you think about this story? Share your comments in the section below. We'd love to hear from you.